the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight we are here with the OP Grand National Super Speedway Series, and we are at Legacy Daytona. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and I will be here for all 70 laps. Here, I think it's 70 laps. I'll be here for all the racing action. Hope you guys are too. The Stephen Luttrell fan club is in the house. Welcome. Come on in, sit on down. Qualifying is underway. Right now, Dave Hunt has a 51.47. He is on top of the leaderboard with quick time so far. Sean McCara going across the line. McCara moving up into second. Can't quite beat that 51.47. With that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our drivers are starting to take to the grid. It looks like we have 33 drivers competing here tonight in week number 6, presented by Jeff Crosby Jr. We also have the round of 8 in the bracket challenge, so we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Before we go too much further, let's look at our starting lineup for this one here tonight. Gabe Butler on the inside of row number 1 finally took the pole position away from Dave Hunt, who will start on the outside. Row number 2, Sean McCarra in the 71 and Kevin Fries in the 25. Row 3, the 81 of Dustin Logston and the 44 of Anthony English. Row 4 going to be Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Row 5, Jimmy Reynolds and Everett Lane. Mark Mann and Zach Workman make up row 6. Row 7 going to be made up of Zach Fritsch and Jeff Crosby Sr. Row number 8, Kenny Reel and Adam Kilday. Row 9, Harold Rothery and Dwayne Corbett. Les Levy and Jerry Bergeron going to make up row number 10. Row 11 will be Robert DuPont and Richard Malugani. Ron Walters, Nate Warren for row 12. Row 13, Trevor and Stephen Luttrell. Row 14, Shane Posey and Chris Jordan. Row 15 will be Eric Laurie and Justin Coy. Lynn McNeese and Derek Donna, with David Overstreet bringing up the tail. And we saw Gabe Butler electing to start from pit lane. Looks like Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Kevin Fries, Everett Lane, and David Overstreet will all be starting from pit road. Pace car down and away, and here we go for the first time tonight. The green flag is out. And we set sail for turn number 1. Sean McCarra has the advantage going into turn 1. Dustin Logston in the 81 on his back bumper with Jeff Crosby Jr., the third car on the inside line. Dave Hunt in the 53 getting a good shove now from the 44 of Anthony English. That's going to pull everyone up side by side, door to door for both rows. Off of turn number 4 and headed towards the stripe. Lap number 1 going to be led by the 71 of Sean McCarra. Down the backstretch, we're trying to get 3 wide. Dwayne up in the 3rd lane. Gonna blend back down. Back to 2 wide we go. Check in on our drivers who started from pit road. Everett Lane, Eric Laurie, Gabe Butler, and Kevin Freeze all hooked up nose to tail. One driver who has not yet made it out on the track, that is the 46 of David Overstreet. The problem's in the 46 stall. Fastest lap of the race happening early on. That's going to Robert DuPont with a 47.608. DuPont on the move. Breathing throttle there as we are at the very bumpy Daytona track. Scanned in 2008. A lot of character in this racetrack, really causes the drivers to put their elbows up. Have to wear a mouth guard just to protect your teeth. And you got to be up on the wheel if you want to be fast. This race will be split up into 2 stages. Stage break happening at the halfway mark, lap 35. So speaking of stages, let's take a quick look at our stage winners so far. Gabe Butler with 2 stage wins, Corbett and Sanchez with 1 stage win apiece to their credit. Our point standings coming into tonight looks something like this. Jeff Crosby Jr. on top of the leaderboard. Zach Fritsch, Zach Workman with a win amongst all 3 of those guys. Dustin Logston leads all drivers in the point standings who have not picked up a race win. As we work our way down to the cut line, things are very tight at the cut line. Still a lot of racing to go in this regular season. A lot of racing to go in the regular season. What we don't have a lot of time with, and that is our bracket challenge. We're in the round of 8 for that. Just 8 drivers remain in our bracket challenge. We'll talk more about that under the next yellow. Take a look at what happened last week. Zach Workman picked up his first win last week. Sanchez brought it home in second. Derek Donna finishing third on that final step of the podium. Fourth went to Lynn McNeese, and fifth was Dwayne Corbett, with Sanchez picking up his stage win. Field coming around to start lap 10, 9 laps in the books. Our lead pack looking nice and steady. They have a 17.5 second lead over this next group of drivers. This second group trying to close in, but they're doing the best they can with 4 drivers. They will soon be catching up to the one of Jerry Bergeron. Bergeron has lost the draft from the main pack and is falling back. Bergeron scored in 28th spot right now. Tail in at the lead pack. That is Chris Jordan, who is right behind the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Ginger Parent chiming in, cheering for Derek Donna. We got the Stephen Luttrell fan club, and we got the Derek Donna fan club. And trouble on the front stretch. Around goes the 22. Richard Malugani getting out of shape. The yellow flag comes out for the first time tonight. Harold Rothery getting a piece of it. On board with Justin Coy, who went for a spin as well. Les Levy getting a small taste of it as well. And everyone coming on to pit road. Being led by the 44 of Anthony English. While everyone makes a pit stop, let's take a look at our bracket challenge. Posey and Walters will compete against each other in this round of 8. Eric Laurie along with Reynolds doing battle. That's Derek Donna and Nate Warren. And I think that Zach Fritsch is going to get a freebie here, because I do not see Wing, his competitor, out there on the speedway. So Zach Fritsch going to advance to the semifinal by default. Now, Nate Warren's here. Derek Donna is here. Zach Fritsch is here. Jane Posey's here. Ron Walters is here. Eric Glory is here and Jimmy Reynolds is here. The only one I do not see is Nick Wing. Zach Fritsch getting a freebie. "32 drivers started the event here tonight. All 32 drivers are on the lead lap. Field making its way through 3 and 4. Pace car gonna head for pit road this time. All 32 cars on track are on the lead lap. Here we go. First yellow flag of the night is withdrawn, and we get back at it with the green flag coming back out. Anthony English in the 44 out in front, holding that yellow line. Vicente Guerrero in the 14. Right behind the 44 of Anthony English. Dave Hunt in the 53 leading the charge in the second lane. Hunt side by side with the 44 of English. I still think we're going to see these guys hit pit road one more time before we get to the end of the stage, but we are right on the edge of making it on fuel. So somebody is probably thinking about trying to make it without having to stop. We go on board with Luttrell, who's tucked in behind Robert DuPont. New fast lap of the race going to the 071 of Eric Glory, turning a 47.53. So Eric Glory getting after it. And here comes our first group of drivers onto pit road. Eric Laurie, Everett Lane, and Gabe Butler all hitting pit road. And talk about perfect timing for them to come down pit road. Several cars out of shape. Yellow flag comes out. Things got hectic down the backstretch. This was a heck of a mess, not gonna lie. This one started at the front of the field. And it caused a lot of drivers to have to go through pit road, and a hard impact for the 44 and the 14. Everyone making their way onto pit road except for the drivers who had pitted already. Throw in Zach Fritsch, Dwayne Corbett, Jeff Crosby Sr.'s drivers who stay out. Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Everett Lane stay out as well. Everyone else onto pit road. So with the yellow flag coming out, let's take another look at our bracket challenge. Shane Posey versus Ron Walters. Walters in 16th spot, Shane Posey in 21st. That's how they run right now. Eric Laurie in 5th. Jimmy Reynolds finds himself in 25th. Derek Donna versus Nate Warren. Derek Donna finds himself in 15th spot. Nate Warren sitting in 16th. And then Zach Fritsch in the 12 is our race leader, but he does not have a competitor, so he is going to advance into the semifinal that happens at Talladega. See if we get any late takers for pit road. One, two drivers peel off for pit lane. Green flag is out. We are back underway. 2 yellow flags have slowed us down here in stage number 1. Zach Fritch and Dwayne Corbett. As we got Dwayne slicing down, it looked like, not sure who that was down below the yellow line, but they gather it back in. Meanwhile, the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 24 of Everett Lane working together, along with the 04 of Mark Mann in the second lane. Butler started from pit road. Our pole sitter had the fastest lap time, started from his pit box, and now has made his way back to the front. Two yellow flags and hitting pit road at the right time has allowed him to do it as quickly as he has. So Butler in the 88, our race leader. And the third yellow flag comes out. Eric Laurie looking beat up. So too is the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., tonight's race patron. Dustin Logston getting involved. Wayne Corbett goes spinning. Eric Laurie went spinning. On board with Eric Laurie. He thought he had just gotten it cleared. And they said, no. You're a part of this crash. And now 3 yellow flags in stage number 1. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field has gotten stacked side by side. Everett Lane, Gabe Butler on the front row for this restart. Pace car pulls in, and just like that, our third yellow flag of the day is done. Down the backstretch, the 88 and the 24 run door to door. The 04 Mark Mann pushing hard on the 24 machine. Gabe Butler sliding down to the inside. Butler and Luttrell going to go door to door down the backstretch. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15, pushing hard on the 36 of Luttrell. And our fourth yellow flag going to come out. And I'm not sure if that's going to do it for the stage. Looks like Dwayne Corbett and Zach Workman get together. I believe the 88 of Gabe Butler is going to win the stage. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not the end of the stage. Nobody came down pit road, so we may get another shot at this. All right, let's find out how this is gonna work out. Lights go out on the pace car. Gabe Butler, Everett Lane on the front row for this restart. Then it's Stephen Luttrell and Mark Mann for row 2. Jeff Crosby Sr. and Kevin Freeze make up row number 3 for this restart. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-lap shootout for the end of the stage. Here we go. Pace car peels off for pit lane. And our front row has control of the field. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Trail getting a little crossed up down the back stretch, but able to hold on to it. Everett Lane in the 24, pulling ahead just a little bit. Final lap here in stage number 1 as they make their way down the back stretch. And around goes Zach Fritsch, and the yellow flag going to come out, and I believe Everett Lane is going to win the stage. So Everett Lane leads the field on the pit lane, giving us confirmation of our stage winner. Let's see if we can't get a word in with our stage winner. Everett, you got your ears on, bud?
Sure do. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. How about yourself? You picked up the stage win here tonight.
Yeah, I got a good pit up there. Gave me some good calls on our pit strategy. We got a caution there to help this time instead of hurting us. And racing there with the guys, Steve pushing me to that stage win. So we'll take that. Good race there too. That was a lot of fun.
Well, man, nice job on the stage win. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
I want to thank you guys up there for broadcasting. You guys do a good job up there, and all my teammates down here, boot knockers, and see if we can't get a checkered flag at the end of this race.
All right, Everett, man, nice job on picking up the stage win, and good luck in stage number 2.
All right, thank you.
That is Everett Lane, driver of the number 24. Picking up our stage win. Lights go out on the pace car once again. Our field has been slowed down 5 times so far in this race. Stephen Luttrell and Adam Kilday going to make up row number 1 for our restart. Row 2 going to be the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 24, our stage 1 winner, Everett Lane. And then row 3 will be Vicente Guerrero and Trevor Aswarnoth. Ford Mustang heads for pit road. Stephen Luttrell, Adam Kilday head for turn number 1. Throttle down, green flag up. Here we go. Stage number 2 is underway. Side by side into turn number 1. Luttrell in the 36 has the advantage for the moment. Luttrell in the 36. Trying to keep his nose out in front of the 85, but that 85 gets the momentum down the straightaways. We go on board with the 81 of Dustin Logston. Dustin finds himself in 17th spot. Mid-pack of this field. Les Levy just ahead of Dustin. Contact. Les Levy's going through the grass. And the yellow flag comes out. Hard impact for Lynn McNeese and Robert DuPont. Les Levy went through the grass after the contact with him in the 81. But it looked like he was able to escape further damage. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang. Down to 26 laps to go. Will be 25 laps to go when we take the green flag. Pace car peels off for pit road. Here we go. Gonna fire him off once again. 6th yellow flag withdrawn. Green flag drops one more time. Everyone cleanly through turns 1 and 2. 29 drivers still in this race. Robert DuPont, Dwayne Corbett, Richard Malugani, and David Overstreet, all early exits from this one. David Overstreet never taking the green flag here tonight. All 29 drivers out on the speedway are on the lead lap. Justin Coy finds himself in 29th spot, just behind the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. And then it's the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Lynn McNeese sitting in 27th spot. Sean McCarr sitting in 26th. Just ahead of him, Dave Hunt, who started on the front row. Dave Hunt finds himself in 24th spot. Ron Walters sitting in 23rd. That is exactly where Ron started tonight's race. He has had an up and down kind of night, but staying right here around the 20th position. We go on board with Harold Rothery, who finds himself in 21st. Number 18 tucked in behind the 81. Jerry Bergeron in 18th spot, that number 1. Had a rough go here today. He's been in several incidents. That car looking straight, looking like it's still out there, ready to compete. So his crew doing a good job at keeping that car in shape. Shane Posey in 16th spot. He is one of our bracket challenge drivers. Shane Posey in the 83, finding himself in 14th position right now. Our biggest mover of the race is the 89 of Trevor Aswarnoff. As Stephen Luttrell gets into the wall, collects the 15. Luttrell's still in trouble. And now even more trouble. And we stay green as somehow everyone sorts this out. But it all started with Luttrell brushing the wall up in the third lane. And the 7th yellow flag is going to come out through the tri-oval. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, taking a hard hit. Mark Mann getting a piece of it. Adam Kilday involved, Gabe Butler, Kevin Freeze, Jeff Crosby Jr. Anthony English and Chris Jordan both driving through. We'll see if they hit pit road next time by. And no, they're going to elect to stay out. It looks like maybe everyone has made their final pit stops. Field getting racked and stacked side by side once again. 7 yellow flags have slowed us down here tonight, but we have 16 laps to go. Anthony English and Chris Jordan make up the front row for this restart. There's Trevor Aswarnarth and Everett Lane. Zach Fritsch, Gabe Butler for row 3. Ford Mustang gonna peel off for pit road, gets out of the way. Get out of here, Ford. They need you. Green flag is out as we try to bring this one home. Down to 15 laps to go. Man, they're all over the place trying to hold on to it. Anthony English continuing to lead at 44. Out in front has the 19 of Zach Workman on his back bumper. Here comes Zach Fritch in the 12, Everett Lane in the 24. Everett Lane hip checks. I want to say that was the 83 of Shane Posey. Posey with a hard hip check. Twelve laps to go in this one. Laps are winding down. Shane Posey does have Chris Jordan on his back bumper, but those two are losing the draft quickly and will need the help of a yellow flag to get back into this. And look, they got another yellow flag. 8th caution of the race. Take a look and see what happened here to bring this one out. So yellow flag is out once again. We're going to step away for a break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper. I rule this day. And BK, have it your way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The lights have gone out on the Ford Mustang. We line them up side by side. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're down to 7 laps to go. Zach Fritch battling with Trevor Aswarnarth. Vicente Guerrero pushing on the 89. Haven't talked a lot about the 11 of Kenny Reel, but he finds himself up in the mix. Kenny Reel had been mid-pack most of this race, but now as we get close to the end, 5 laps to go, he's making his presence felt. Chris Jordan, Everett Lane, Jerry Bergeron, all getting a piece of this yellow flag. Ron Walters, Dustin Logston. as we enter into our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Lights go out on the pace car and we get ready to go back to green flag racing. We are in our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Green flag is back out, and I'm not sure who that was that's up in smoke. That is Shane Posey in the 83. But with 2 laps to go, Coming around, they finally take the white flag. Final lap here in this one. Trevor Aswarnoff and Zach Fritsch battling side by side. Richie has it for the moment down the backstretch, but Trevor through the corner will gain the advantage. And big time trouble off of turn number 4. And Trevor picks up the win. Zach Fritsch brings it home in second, and Adam Kilday in our third and final spot of the podium. Take a look at our results. Already mentioned our top 3. Kenny Reel brings it home in 4th. Jeff Crosby Sr. 5th. 6th goes to Harold Rothery. Nate Warren in 7th. 8th place goes to Stephen Luttrell. Chris Jordan in 9th. 10th is Derek Donna. Anthony English 11th. 12th Les Levy. Gary Bergeron 13th, 14th Eric Laurie, Dave Hunt in 15th, 16th goes to Mark Mann, 17th Justin Coy, 18th is Lynn McNeese, 19th Gabe Butler, Dustin Logston 20th, 21st Jeff Crosby Jr., Sean McCarra 22nd, 23rd Ron Walters, Vicente Guerrero in 24th, 25th goes to Shane Posey, Kevin Freeze ends up 26th, 27th Everett Lane, 28th Zach Workman, Jimmy Reynolds 29th, Robert DuPont 30th, 31st Dwayne Corbett, Richard Malugani 32nd, and 33rd is David Overstreet. Let's see if we can't get a word in with our podium finishing drivers. And let's start it off with the 12, our second place finisher, and that is Zach Fritsch. Zach, you got your ears on, bud?
I sure do.
Man, a great second place run for you here tonight. Up 11 spots from where you qualified. Tell me a little bit about your race.
It was definitely swervy. I'll tell you what, swerving all those wrecks that were happening there. I knew there was quite a bit that was ended up that keep coming and coming and coming. But we were able to get away from all that. Unfortunately, we ended up causing one very early. It was like the first one when I turned the 81. I apologize to all the drivers on that one. I felt bad for that. But other than that, after that, we just did the turnaround, just did the track position game, avoiding all the wrecks, and yeah, just ended up just one spot just shy of the victory circle or the winner circle there.
Well, man, it was a good run for you. Any shout outs, thank yous, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, shout out to Vince. I know he was trying his best to try to push me there, and if he didn't get wrecked out of that turn 4, I'm sure he would have been able to push me all the way for that win. So it sucks that he, not only was he going to get maybe a top 5 finish, maybe podium finish, but now he ends up being all the way 24th because of it. So I felt bad for that. So big shout out to Vince, even though it sucks that he got wrecked. I felt sorry for that. Shout out to my team that I was with, the Crosbys, Nate, Sean, Workman, and Logston. Appreciate those guys. Those guys are fun to race with, especially on a Wednesday night. OP and all of its admins, and my wife for letting me do this, and my youngest daughter, she's turning 3 next Tuesday.
Aw, That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
3 years old, gotten out of the terrible twos.
Yep. Now it's the terrible threes.
Yeah, I call it the tragic threes, but yeah.
Sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, everything's
pretty
going to
much
be a
will be it.
tragedy.
Yeah, she's talking a heck of a lot more. So it's, oh yeah, I can't wait. The 6-year-old already
Oh, yeah.
talks quite a bit enough for both of them. So now the youngest one's going to start talking a lot more. Woof.
Oh, boy. All right, man. Well, nice job out here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks, KR. Oh, shout out to you. Thank you. And everything you do, of course.
You're welcome. That is Zach Fritsch, driver of the number 12, bringing it home in second place. Now let's move on to our third place finisher, and that is the driver of the 85, Adam Kilday. Adam, congratulations on third place.
Yeah, thanks, dude. It was a wild one. I thought my race was over probably 10, 15 laps ago, but we saw people were coming up in the top lane, and usually I don't take those runs up in the third lane, so I said why not, and jumped up there and got back some track position, and another yellow came out, and then we just ended up being lined up on the lower lane, being the third car, and we just hoped for the best coming to the line, and we pulled out a third.
Well, congratulations on a third place. Shout out, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
Oh yeah, I'll do a shout out to the guys I was running with in Discord tonight. I'll do a shout out to OP League in general. Probably a shout out to the car count too. What do we have? 33 cars tonight at an 08 track. Yeah, on a Wednesday night, dude. So shout out to all those guys that decided to show up tonight. And UKR, your time you put into the YouTube stuff, and your time's greatly appreciated, and it should about do it.
All right, man. Well, nice job bringing it home in third place. Congratulations.
Will do.
All right, there you have it. Adam Kilday, driver of the 85, our third place finisher. Now let's talk to our race winner, and that is the driver of the 89, Trevor. Trevor, congratulations on the race win, man.
Hey, how's it going, man? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your race, because not only are you the race winner, but you're also the biggest mover of the race tonight.
Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, I didn't qualify. I was actually scrolling on my phone and I forgot the qualifying was going on. So, yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Didn't know that. Biggest mover and the race winner. Yeah, it's going pretty nice here, man. I ain't mad at it. I got a dub out of it. So, heck yeah.
Well, congratulations on that race win. Maybe it would have been a little bit easier if you qualified, but hey, we all get doom scrolling and lose our place in time.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe if I should have qualified, probably. Yeah, I probably should do that next time. It was just I kind of expected like a lot of wrecks here, because old Daytona is really wobbly, up and down, people sliding up, getting into each other. So it was just kind of a matter of trying to make it through the wrecks and getting a win at the end there with the teammates. So yeah, man, it was real nice. This was pretty cool. This is my first OP race on Wednesday. I don't think I've ever done an OP race ever. I've been around, I've seen the broadcast. I've broadcasted an OP race. I just yeah, this is a first, a win on the first time out. I'll take it.
Well, congratulations, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, of course, gotta give a big shout out to the Jack Shack. Jack Shack was rocking tonight. Me, Kenny, Real, Adam was running with us too here tonight. This was it was pretty cool. Adam Kilday, and yeah, we got a 1-3 and a 4th place, so I can't be mad at that. Jack Shack's rocking tonight here in OP, and gotta shout you out. Turn 3. We were watching the broadcast as the race was going on. I was just trying to see all the nicks and crannies of what we missed while we're driving. Appreciate y'all putting on the broadcast. Appreciate OP for putting it on a Wednesday, and yeah, I hope to come back. This is pretty nice. I might come back next week if time allows. So yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Gotta defend your race win. Go for 2 in a row, man.
That's right. Heck yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll show up. We'll come back. We'll be back next week. I don't even know where we're racing next week, but I'll be here.
All right, man. Well, glad to have you tonight and hope to see you next week. Either way, congratulations on the race win. Nice job.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. And like I said, we'll catch you next week.
All right, there you have it. The driver of the number 89, Trevor Aswarnoth. I sure hope I'm saying that right. I should have asked him. Should have asked him. Oh, well, either way, that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Week 6 presented by Jeff Crosby Jr. in the books. Guys, we got just 2 weeks left of the bracket challenge. Hope everyone is enjoying it as much as we are. So until then, until next week, y'all stay safe. Have a great night.